So, first off, I want to start by saying if you did not know, the United States of America is a constitutional democracy, meaning constitutional. Constitutional. Anyway, we all know what the Declaration of Independence is. We have the Constitution of the United States for a reason, and that is to ensure that us humans, us living beings on this planet, no matter what we decide to identify as, have rights as humans, as beings on this planet with our own lives and our own intentions and perceptions. So, first off, I want to say that because the two categories that people think we only can identify with is Republican and Democratic. And Republican is red, Democratic is blue. I don't know why, but that's how it is. That's how I always see it. So I want to also start off by saying I do not know everything about this. I'm learning just as much as everyone else is, who is my age, probably a little bit older. But we are currently under Joe Biden's presidency right now, and he is a Democrat. We was just in Donald Trump's presidency, and he was a Republican. And before that, we was in Obama's. We was in Obama's, and then before that, we was in George W. Bush's. Hold on, let me get my words together. So it went George W. Bush, and I'm 19, so I don't really know anything about that, how that went. And then after that one ended, then obviously we know, then Obama became president, yay. And then after Obama, that's when Trump became president, and this is where I get to know what's actually going on and stuff like that. I was in 6th grade, I think, 6th grade or 7th grade when Obama became the president. I remember in 6th grade, we had like a school fake voting, and Obama won for us too. We had all voted for Obama in the school. It didn't matter like constitutional wise in the actual White House, but we did it at school. But yeah, so then after Obama was president, then they voted for Trump, who was a Republican. And then Trump, I think what happened was Trump was running his mouth too much, and they didn't like the way that Trump ran his mouth, especially on Twitter. So I think his freedom of speech was used against him, because we all have freedom of speech, meaning we can say what we want to say. That's exactly what it means. You can say what you want to say. You can say anything you want to say. So, on Twitter, and they banned him from Twitter, which I feel like it was because he was the president and had the title of presidency, that they didn't like the fact that he, like I said, he exercised his right as a human to have freedom of speech. Same way Kanye does the same thing, and people don't like that. At first, I was, like I said, I'm 19, so I'm just now researching everything on my own and understanding what things mean on my own. So society, and especially where I live, I would say I grew up around all the Democratic areas, basically. So it was F Trump, Trump's racist, and all this kind of stuff. But me being my own person and exercising my rights as a human, and I'm doing research and I'm listening to the things that he say. I'm listening to the things that Kanye says, even though they both be off the wall when they talk. But when you listen and decipher and perceive what they're saying, they make more sense. And I'm going to tell you why I feel like Donald Trump is going to win presidency in 2024 if he runs for presidency. And why I think, in a way, especially if it's the same type of people going around and stuff, I feel like, it's best if he does win. In my opinion, having a president who spoke his mind and didn't let Congress or the media bully him or try to make him conform to talking nicely and not like, putting out real emotions towards situations and stuff. Like, I think I liked that better. It felt more real. It felt more real for him to show his personality, for him to say what he says and, kind of not care what anyone thinks, really. But at the same time, of course, you have to care what other people think at the same time. But at the same time, he didn't let that change him speaking his mind to begin with. Now, I like the fact that when he says stupid stuff, like, he would come back and he would say, whatever, explain himself a little bit better, basically. But same with Kanye, and everybody be like, Kanye, why are you talking about Donald Trump? Why are you on Trump's side? He hasn't done nothing for the Black community, or something along the lines of people try to say that Trump is racist and stuff like that towards Black people, try to make the Black people hate Trump because they say that he's racist. Is it me, or am I the only one who don't know what they're talking about when it comes to when did he ever say he didn't like Black people? When did he ever try to do anything slaverish or, discriminating? I feel like he definitely discriminated with the wall thing. But China has a wall. I think anybody who does stuff like that, I feel like, they probably don't have a bigger picture view of it, because I feel like I'm not against the whole one world currency, one world so-called order thing. I feel like we should, as a human race, get on the same page and on the same level of consciousness as each other. I feel like that is our problem now. We are all on different planes of life and we perceive things differently, which that's fine, but we're so closed off and closed-minded to the rest of our economy as a whole, as a nation, one nation under God, not, this many continents and this many countries and this many states and this many cities and this many da-da-da-da. No, one nation, human beings, the nation, under one firmament, one dome or whatever, on the same planet. Call it the Aquarius in me, but that makes more sense to me. Yes, we should be on the same page for everything. We should be encouraging mixing and mingling around and knowing who we are and knowing what we have on this planet. We get educated about animals, all the different types of animals and insect species, more than we get educated about all of the different types of humans in our world, the different races, the different cultures and ethnicities and all of this kind of stuff. Call it the broken Black slave African in me that want to know, like, where did I ever come from? The Garden of Eden, Africa, down the line. Nationality-wise, I was born in the United States. Ancestral-wise, though, we all come from the same place. We all started off at the same place, because if the Bible is right, and if we're going off of Adam and Eve, that's two people. They wasn't on two different coastlines having mind sex. Obviously, that was God's problem, that they didn't do something like that, I guess. But no, really, on some real stuff, like, I'm being for real about that, but at the same time, like, dial it back down. Okay, so I have a feeling like Trump is going to win, because the state of the economy when Trump was in presidency versus the state of the economy as Biden is continuing his presidency. And I don't know if it's so-called have to do with the person or if it has to do with which side is in presidency or whatever. It could just be time, progressing and stuff and things coming to light all the time, because that is how it works too. But the energies of the universe when Trump was in office versus the energies of the universe now that Biden is in office, which, like I said, it could have nothing to do with the specific person. And I clearly think that is probably it. It doesn't even have to do with the specific person. It's energies and all that kind of stuff. But in the stars, astrology, I truly believe that. Pluto's return is next month. Pluto's return in the exact position from when the United States became a baby, became existing or whatever. Which that sounds like it's going to be a big deal. The energies were off. The energies are off now more than when they were back then. Back then, it was more society putting and talking like, oh, Donald Trump is a bad president, Donald Trump this and him that. And I just think he was too popular. I think he was more popular than most. He's more popular than most presidents. And I think that's everyone's problem with him. I think that's society's problem with him, is that he's more popular. He's more notable, I think. Obama was very notable. Obama was very, very, very in a different way, in a completely different way, though, than Trump. So I'm not taking it away from, we all know who the first president was, George Washington. We all know who Abraham Lincoln is. Who else do we all know? I can confidently say we all know who George Washington is. We all know who John F. Kennedy. We all know who he is. We all know who, like I said, Obama and Trump. Now we all know who Biden is, obviously. Bill Clinton, I feel like we all know him, and Hillary Clinton, we all know. Roosevelt, I feel like everybody knows Roosevelt pretty much. But there's way more of them. There's Grant. There's the other Bush, the other Roosevelt, or whatever. But I'm just saying, so in this time right now, Trump is like a Kanye. It's like, think about music. We all know who Kanye West is. We all know who Jay-Z is. We all know who Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce is. But we're going to stick with the males because it's easier to contrast it. But when you think about, Kanye West, and you think about Jay-Z, we all know who they are. And we all know they do music, and we all know they're rappers, and we all know they did really good, and we all know they got big money, right? But in pop culture, in the media, in the footprint of what we are now as a society, which one is more popular? Which one is more talked about? Which one is more in people's mouths and like big, like, I don't know, like, anyway. It's Kanye. Because we know Jay-Z and Beyonce, they be to themselves and they be doing their own thing or whatever. They are the definition of moving in silence, I think. But Kanye is the outspoken, I don't care what you think, I'm a genius, I know what I'm saying, I know what I am, I know who I am, and I know what the world is, and I'm going to continue to use my voice and speak on everything that I want to speak on, and everyone's going to listen, because we do know, we all hear all of the crazy shit that Kanye says, we all hear all of the crazy shit that Trump says. We all do that. We all know them for their mouths. No offense, but it's like, that's what we need. I think they're scared of the revolution that is clearly going to happen. And they're using, like, I don't like the fact that I don't know how to explain it, but like, Biden is more like, we all know the president is the kind of like a puppet to Congress, basically. Like, president has like tie-breaking power, meaning that if Congress got what they got and they did what they did, then yeah. I actually don't like the fact that I don't like the fact that we are in the time that we are in, and we have people from completely different times in charge of our say-sos and our stuff. Completely. I think there shouldn't be you have to be this age to even run. You have to be I don't like that. I don't like that. In a way, I understand exactly why we need it, because we don't need a whole bunch of teenagers that just think that they're popular on TikTok trying to become president, trying to become, a senator, and trying to become, just, weird stuff, because it'll be bad. We'll have energy drink as the water, so called. What movie am I thinking? I don't even know what that movie was called, but I saw the trailer and like the talk about it on YouTube, and it was like they put a person in the thing, and then they was only supposed to be in there for a little bit, but they ended up being in there for like 500 years or something like that. And when they came out, the economy was destroyed, trash everywhere. They was using energy drinks as water fountain type stuff, and plants had energy drink as the like food, and the only thing that had water was the toilets, basically. And when he tried to tell them, and he was smart and they were dumb, basically, when he tried to tell them, water is what's going to help everything, they was like, why would what we got in our toilets, why would we use something that we use in the toilet, why would we put that on our food that we're trying to grow? They was like that. But obviously we all know, yes, water is everything. That's why I think the air is water too, and space is water too, like a form. Anyway, I think I feel like, and Don't Look Up on there too, on Netflix. The way that the presidency is this time gives me that type of vibe. It's like, why are they're hiding and hush about stuff? Like, I don't like that. Like, I liked it better when we were pulled towards the White House, because Donald Trump was always talking some stuff and people had their strong opinions about him. Like, I liked that, because if the United States is putting so much faith into, because like I said, constitutional democracy, the government is in control of us as much as the government needs to be, in that we put them in control of us. Make that clear. They are for the good of humanity. They are not the rulers of humanity. They are a system set to help us regulate stuff, which in an all perfect union, the people should be smart enough, wise enough, and intelligent enough, all of the, intelligent words that could possibly be put into that sentence, human enough to know wrong from right, good from evil, and we shouldn't even need too much of the government. It should be a once in a while type thing. Oh, we can't get control over this group of people. We need to go to that state and tell them what to do. Tell them to stop doing the stupid stuff that they're doing. Boom. In a perfect world, society should be on the same level, on the same plane, the same consciousness, to know what to do and what not to do naturally. And that's why I said it. I feel like the one world order type stuff that people be talking about, getting on the same level and getting on the same intention, like frequency as one another, is good. That's better. I see it as like a utopia type, like dystopia. Is that utopia or dystopia? Dystopia. One of the two. I forgot which one it is. But shoot, everybody house can look the same, and housing can be free. I don't understand why housing isn't free. I think it's because people put so much hard work into buildings and stuff. I feel like we need to just, everybody got the same type of house. Everybody got a home. Everybody got a piece of land. There's a lot of land for sale. No one truly owns it. Truly. Because money is fake. Anyway, I'm just gonna sum it up. I was gonna get like deep and like tell my true like opinion about everything, but it doesn't even matter all the way. But yeah, I really do feel like Trump is going to be the president in 2024. And I think his response to him not being president right now, and his response to what's going on, and like even with COVID and stuff, like I feel like him not being president now shows more to why he should be president now than at first. When we had him, we wanted to all conform against him and like, you know, go with the what is that called when you mindlessly go with something just because it's popular, basically. I think that's what we were doing because everybody was talking crap about him, and what everybody was saying was that, oh, he's racist and he's sexist and he's this and he's that. um And I also feel like he is going to be the last president. So that was like the whole astrology type thing. It was like, we're going to go into a one world order, but Trump is going to be president for 2024. Supposedly people predict that, oh, something's going to happen to Biden, and then Kamala is going to be the president. She's going to be the first female president, which I'm all for that. I feel like, yes, make history, boo. Do it. Like, I don't wish anything bad on people, of course, because they said something bad is going to happen, or not necessarily something bad, but something's going to happen to Biden to where Kamala is going to be the president. And then Trump's going to win 2024, and then he's going to be the last president, and we're going to go into the one world order. I feel like the timeline of that happening, I feel like it might happen. I don't know if it will be like, oh, for sure something was happening. I don't know exactly, but that sounds like spiritually, and like it just feels right, like something like that might happen. It just feels like that. Because I promise you, I don't know what it was in 2020 other than COVID freaking going crazy. I don't know what it was in 2020, but something changed. And I know people be talking about 2012, and maybe that was the whole what people went through in 2012 and the world so-called ending. And what was that called? The Mandela effect, the Magnolia effect, or something like that. The Mandela effect. Okay. Something like that happened in 2020. And I feel like that is such a natural thing to happen because we are in a universe and we don't know what the freaking heck is going on, to be honest. We just supposed to experience it and perceive it however we perceive it. But yeah, something happened in 2020. It's probably the same thing that happened in 2012 that people was talking about, but not everybody understood. But I think it happens when people are ready for it. And that's why I said I agree that we should all be on the same level of consciousness, meaning there shouldn't be any differences of anything. We should all be wearing white clothes. We should all be wearing white clothes outside in nice climates and cleaning up the universe and the ocean and bowing down to nature and helping it out because we messed it up as humans. We messed it up a little bit with our trash and our pollution and our garbage and our doing all of this kind of stuff throughout history, throughout all of the times since we've been here, probably, of course. But yeah, also, I don't understand. I don't like the fact that they don't exercise telling us that, because it's new people coming up all the time. Every year, a new group of people become 18 to be able to vote and stuff. So the information should be continually like out there. But it's not just Republican and Democratic. It could be union. It could be liberal. It can be no association to either one at all. Like, I'm just saying, I just say nature and the mother and the father of our universe are in control. And I think more and more as time go on, we're going to realize that. I feel like COVID started because of the fact that people were going the wrong direction, worshiping the wrong things, money. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little video about it because I love these so much. These ones are good too. I don't like dark chocolate, but these are good, but I don't like dark chocolate. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I don't see people talking about it. And I feel like why, if this is such an important part of our lives and our existence and the whole freaking mass humanity, like this is important stuff, like why isn't it talked about? Why is it so taboo to talk about this? Like, I don't understand that. That's a red flag to me. But yeah, not gonna lie. I feel like Donald Trump has some. I feel like he got potential again. Well, I don't know about first time. I wasn't old enough to vote back then, or care enough to know what was going on either. But now I do. I do. I feel like everybody should care. If you're alive, you should care. It has to do with you. But yeah, you know. But have a good day. It's almost my birthday, right? My birthday is on the 23rd of January. Yeah, I'm not gonna have my hair's not gonna be done any type of way that's like weave or anything. I'm gonna have my natural hair out. It's probably gonna be in an afro type stuff, like natural. I don't even care. I'm beautiful. I'm black and I'm beautiful, so I don't care. I'm not gonna be doing anything. I don't think. Well, I'm gonna let the wind take me wherever it's gonna take me. But yeah, I can't believe they're trying to make you be vaccinated to go places. I think that is so stupid. Not everybody needs the vaccine. That's another thing. Matter of fact, we're not going to get off here yet. I forgot. Not everybody needs this vaccine. Now, I'm not going to say that the researchers didn't do their stuff and like really come up with something extravagant that will help people who actually need it. But not everybody in the United States or in the world needs this vaccine. And people who have got the vaccine, they keep getting COVID. And there's people who don't have the vaccine who has never gotten COVID. So for them to make it a mandate that you have to show proof of vaccination to go places is so ignorant. If that's the case, tell everybody who's scared to stay in the fucking house. Tell them to stay in the house. They think they're going to get sick, then they need to stay in the house. We're not the sick ones, they are. Obviously, if we can go walk around and even if COVID try to come at us, we don't even feel it. We don't know because it's not doing nothing to us. Obviously, we're not the problem. They're the problem. They're the ones getting sick. And if they can't fight it off, stay in the house. Or tell everybody to stay in the house. I'm perfectly fine with staying in the house. I don't know why they're trying to make us work anyway. The economy is falling. They know them essential workers not going to be working if they lock down again. And them essential workers not going to be working. No, we all going to be in the house. They putting people at risk. For money. The root of all evil. That's another thing that I see the difference of when Trump was in office versus now with Joe Biden. I feel like they're too much in their own little world, politic type world of even working and stuff. Humanity needs to sit down, be still, and observe what is naturally happening. They're putting us more in danger the more that we ignore and are taught to ignore nature. Okay, 30 minutes is well enough. Goodbye.